Okay, so we will take now another example, and I will be creating that with the name like two-dimensional array. This was one-dimensional array. We will create two-dimensional now. The name, first of all, I have to select this class. We'll click on next. Okay, the name I have to give 2D array example. Okay, it is, you can see this error. It is saying that you cannot type the name starting with an numerical. Okay, I will type 2-dimensional. Okay, two-dimensional array example. Okay, and I will click on finish. I will maximize this, and so that we can write the program without any issue, and then we'll execute that. Okay, now I will declare one variable. Previously what I was doing is I had taken one string array and I have given 4 names. This time what I want is I want student name, student ID, marks and grade. Just taking an example. And these 4 things I need for multiple students. That means it is something like 2 dimension. First of all, let me type in this comment so that you can understand what exactly we want to achieve. Okay, I want like student 01. Suppose this is ID. Then suppose marks. Suppose that is 76. Then suppose grade is A. Suppose these 3 details I want for every student. Student ID is marks and the grade. Similarly, for the next student I need the same detail. Student ID, that is 02, marks, that is 93, and grade is suppose B. Similarly for any other student. Okay, now coming to the point. If I have to display these 6 things, either I can take 6 variable. I can do that. Student 1 is equal to this name. Student 1 marks is equal to 76. Student 1 grade is equal to A. There are 3 variable, and similarly 3 more variable. 6 variable I can take. But you know, again the same issue. I can take 6. But if you are saying that we need 10 details for every student and we have 1000 students, then total details are 1000 multiplied by 6. We need 6000 details. Can we create 6000 variables? You can do that, but no one will be interested to do that. No one is interested to declare 6000 variable and manage them. You will be completely confused. So we can take 2-dimensional array. In 1 dimension you will be displaying the student details of single student, and in 2nd dimension there will be multiple student details. You can see that. So if I talk about this current scenario, in horizontally we have 3 details and vertically we have 2 rows. You can say 3 columns and 2 rows. You can simply understand that. So we will achieve the same thing using array, that is 2-dimensional array. Let me declare that. So I would type string string. Okay, I will give some meaningful name, student details. Now when we were using single dimensional array, we were typing this like this one time, because right now I am interested to take 2-dimensional array. I will do it two times. This one, string student underscore details 2-dimensional array is equal to, you will do this and semicolon. Okay, now these 6 values shall we give like in 1 row? We can't do that because these are not part of a single row. These are 2 rows and 3 columns. That means inside these curly brackets, you need more curly brackets. It is nested now. So what I will do, I will do like this, comma, one more time. Let me give some space so that you can understand what I am trying to do. You can see that I have curly brackets. Inside that I have two more set of curly brackets, and in every set you will provide those values in double quotes. So in first one I will give double quotes, comma, double quotes, comma, double quotes. Yes, and I will give the value as well. Grade is A, marks are 76, and the student ID, student 01. Yes. Similarly, in the next one, this one, double quotes, comma, double quotes, comma, double quotes. Grade is B, marks are I'm just making it 43 because it seems like the marks are more and the grade is less. So 76 grade is A, marks are 43, grade is B, and the name, or you can say student ID, student 02, and marks are 43. Save. Yes. This is your, you can say, two-dimensional array. Now the point is, I want to access the details. The same thing will happen now. The counting will start from 0, horizontally as well as vertically. That means if you want to display the student ID of first student, then what you will type? Let me type that for you. I will syso system.out.println, and inside that I would write first student marks, suppose. Okay, now first student marks I will give the plus now, plus, and I will type student details. Student details. Now in one bracket you will provide one value, another you will provide another value, and then the marks of first student will be displayed. Can anyone tell me like what should I pass in these two brackets? What should be the value in first one and what should be the value in second one?
0 and 1.
In first bracket you want me to put 1, right?
0.
0, okay. And second one?
1.
1. Okay, that's absolutely right. 0 means we are talking about first row, and 1 means we are talking about second column. Don't get confused, man, because Java starts the counting from 0. So you can think that we have typed 1 and 2. 1 means first row and 2 means second column. So when you want to get the first row and second column, you will pass 0 and 1. I will execute this right away and you will understand this. I will minimize this by double clicking on this, and then on the program name itself you will be Java application. You can see that first student marks 76. That's good. And suppose I want to display the grade of second student. What I will do? I am copying this. So now the value will be grade of second student. So we are talking about second student. So first of all, I will change the first value, that is 1. That means stay second student. And now we need the third detail, that is grade. So for third detail we will pass 2. Yes. Now I will execute this and this will display B, because B the grade of second student. So run as Java application. Okay, you can see that. First student marks, that is 76. Second student grade, that is B. That is the example of two-dimensional array. Similarly, if you want, you can create three-dimensional as well. You need to visualize the things when you are talking about three-dimensional. But you can do that if you want. So till now, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me.
No doubts, Neeraj.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I think we should move now to the yesterday's example, that was phone. Because till now we were doing the basic things: for loop, do while, array, one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, all these things. Now while working in real-time scenario, no one will ask you to write a for loop. No one will do that. You will have a requirement and you have to achieve that. And while achieving that requirement, you have to yourself think like what thing is required. Do I need to use for loop? Shall I use array? Shall I use two-dimensional array? All these things you have to do. These are, you can say, the integral part of your project. Just like every bricks is used to build your home. So whatever things we were talking about, those were bricks only. We have to build the home now to using all these small things. So I'm coming to that phone example which we were talking yesterday. In the meantime, before we move to that, in case anyone is having any doubt, you can ask me.
No, Neeraj.
Okay.
We are good, Neeraj.
Okay, that's good. So yesterday we just take the example of phone. We will take the same example and we'll explain once again. So phone is a real-time entity which you can feel, which you can say understand what phone is. And it has few features like brand name is there, model is there, color is there, price is there. These are features, and it has some actions also, what it can do. It can vibrate, it can ring, it can send message, it can do a lot of other stuff as well. So you can see these things ringing and vibrating. If you want me to add one more function, I can do that as well, like send SMS. Or let me do one thing, let's remove the vibrating, ringing, and I will remove this as well. I will write calling and sending SMS. We will be taking two methods. Okay, sending SMS. My phone is okay. When I'm using calling method, it will display my phone is calling my friend. And when you are talking about sending SMS, it will say my phone is sending SMS. Sending SMS to my friend. Now you can correlate this program. Till now, whatever we were doing, like displaying the star and all these things, these were good for learning, but we could not see any real-time entity which we can compare with. But right now you can correlate. Sending SMS, calling, we have few features and all these things. And as we talked yesterday, that you can create as many objects from a class. So phone is a class and you can create multiple variables of type that, which I did yesterday. Phone P1 is equal to new phone, and similarly phone P2 is equal to new phone. And now what I was doing is, I was displaying the price of P1. I can do that. And similarly, I can do like P1 dot calling or sending, whatever you want to use. Okay, you may be thinking that when I did P1 dot price, I use the system dot out dot println. But for P1 dot calling, I am not using any system dot out dot println. That's not required. Why? Because we are simply, you can say, redirecting the flow of your program. At this point, you are saying that P1 dot calling, it will simply go to your calling, and whatever is written inside that, that will be ready. So because you have already written system dot out dot println, my phone is calling my friend, then you can simply call that function. So here two things are happening. We are displaying the price of phone, and we are calling that calling function. So I will execute this program for you, and then we will make more changes. I will click on run as Java application. You can see that my price, the price of P1 phone is 35,000. My phone is calling my friend. That's absolutely right. Now let's make few changes and then we'll do few more things. Okay, what we are doing is we are simply accessing the value. I simply typed P1 dot price and simply displayed the 35,000. Suppose I want to change that price of that phone. So can I do that? You may be thinking that you will make the change here in price. I will not do that, because when I will make changes over there, that would be applicable to all the phones. I mean, that would be applicable to P1 as well as P2. But I want to change the value, the price of one phone only. Let me take one thing. I will change the price of one phone and then I will display it. Okay, so what I will do is, let me display the, I have already displayed the price of the phone. You can see that. After that I have called P1 dot calling. Now I will change the price of P1. I will do that for you. I will do P1 dot price is equal to 42,000. I have changed that. But the point here you can notice is I have changed the value for P1 only. It's not applicable to P2. Now I will execute the same command again. I mean, I will again display the P1's price, and this time this should display 42,000 instead of 35,000. That's the point to understand. I will do this, and I will do one more thing. I will display the site price of P2 as well, so that you can see that we haven't changed anything for P2. So the price of P2 phone is the same, whatever you have defined in the beginning. So I will execute this program now. I will right click, run as Java application. Okay, let's go one by one. The first is price of P1 phone is 35,000. That's absolutely right. After that we call that function in between. So my phone is calling my friend. That's okay. The price of P1 phone is 42,000 now, because we have updated that. But just by updating, P1 price will not affect P2. And now I am displaying the P2 phone price, that is same, that is 35,000. This way you can either get the value or you can either update the value. It's completely your choice. If you are simply displaying, P1 dot color, it will simply display white. Let's do one more thing. Let's change the color of P2 phone. We will do it right away and then we will execute. I will do P2 dot color Previously whatever is the value, but I want to change that. I want to make it black. BLACK, black. Yes. And now what I will do? I will display the color of P2 font. So the Java program looks like quite big, but now you understand like what we are doing step by step. So I think now you are comfortable and you will not get afraid just by looking at a big Java program. Now you can understand that we'll start from the class definition, then the main function. Inside that there are a few more things, and for loop, all these things we can do. So what we will do now, the change, I will change that COLOR, color. The color of P2 font is, I will make it color. Okay, because I have changed the color of P2 and now I am displaying the P2 color, so this should display black. One more thing I can do is I can write updated here. That would make this more clear. The updated price of P1 font is this, and the updated color of P2 font is that. Okay, I will minimize this and I will right click on font.java and I will click on run as Java application. Okay, you can see that the updated price of P1 is 42 because we updated that, and the price of P2 font is 35,000 and updated color of P2 font is black. So let's take a small program. We'll declare different type of variables in that so that you can understand. So go to others, we'll select class. I will give some meaningful name like data types. Data types example. We'll click on this public static void main and click on finish. So I will try to take multiple type of variables and you will understand that. Okay, first type we have take int a is equal to 3. We have already used this type of variables. Second type, int means integer. Then we have double, double. Double is like decimal points. Double b is equal to 4.67, like this. Similarly we have long. Long is like the bigger value of integer. Int can handle limited number of values. I think that is something 65,000 something. There is a limit of integer. If you want a long value, c is equal to something like this, then you have to take long. Okay, this is giving some error. Let me check it out. Literal, this is type int is out of range. Okay. Okay, you can see that I have taken long. Similarly we have string, which we have earlier talked about. String, I am just taking any variable name like d is equal to, I will give some name, suppose Java. Okay, similarly we have another data type like boolean. Boolean is like your you can say true or false. It can have only two values, either true or false, nothing else. So boolean, I will take the variable name, suppose e is equal to true, or I can take one more variable for you, boolean f is equal to false. You can have these type of values only. So we have integer, we have long, we have double, we have string, we have boolean. These are, you can say, common data types can be used as per the requirement. Okay, if you want to use them, you can simply display them, or you want to do some calculation or doing like that, you can see this. You can do that. Suppose you have two variables and you want to add them, so you can do that. Your Java will be doing the addition for you. Suppose what I want is, I want to display instead of value of a value you can directly display, you know that. I will simply type a and it will display 3. But I don't want to display a. I want to display a plus 3 is equal to, you know that whatever I had typed in double quotes, that would be displayed as it is, a plus 3. And what I want to type is really a plus 3. Okay, so I will close this in bracket. What does that mean? It means that a plus 3 should be calculated first and then it should be displayed. So the output of this program would be a plus 3 is equal to 6. I mean, a is already 3 and we are adding 3 in that. I will let me add something else so that there is no confusion. I will add 7. So a plus 7 is equal to, it would be displayed as 10. That means Java can do some calculation for you as well. So I will execute this program right now and you will understand that. So data types example, I will right click, run as Java application. You can see that a plus 7 is equal to 10. Similarly, this was just an example of addition. You can do subtraction, multiplication, average. There are a lot of things you can do. Suppose I have to write the stanza of 5. Very basic thing, but we can do with that programming. Yesterday, I show you that using for loop, you can display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But right now, I don't want to display that. I want to display 5, 10, 15, 20, that thing. So I will show you that thing right away, how we can do that. I will do for loop as we did take yesterday. For, I will take any variable, suppose int anything, maybe a b c d e f we have taken, so you cannot take that again. I will take suppose z is equal to 1 semicolon z less than equal to 10 and z plus plus. Yes, bracket start and closed. What I want to display is, instead of displaying z, because if I will do z, it will display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to display z multiplied by 5. So that first time it will display 1 multiplied 1 is equal 1 multiplied by 5 is equal to 5. When the for loop will run second time and the value of g will be 2, it will display 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 10. Then third time it will display 15, and that's why what I want. So instead of displaying z, I will type z multiplied, that is denoted by star in Java, g star 5. That means g multiplied by 5. That's all. Quite simple. I will execute this program right away and you will see the stanza of 5 displayed in the output. You can see that. I mean a plus 5 is equal to 10, that is different thing. That is the above state system dot command, this one. And after that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's good. Just by writing a simple for loop, we have written the complete stanza. Similarly, you can do anything. You just have to think on the requirement and you have to decide like which thing I should use to achieve the same. So I think that is just an extra thing for you, the data type and this for loop and using this multiplication, addition, you can do all these things. So till now, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are ready to move to the next level now.
We are good, Neeraj.
Okay. Okay, so now let's move to the next level. Till now, we were talking about one class, that was phone. Now suppose I have two types of phone. One is Android phone, another one is Windows phone. So what should I do? I will create one class for Windows phone. I will have some features, I will have some functions. I will create another phone for my Android phone. I will be having some features and I will be having some functions. Now it may be possible that these two phones have some common function. I think calling and sending SMS. That is common to both. Apart from these two things, there may be some other thing which is not common. Maybe Android phone can do something which Windows phone can't do, or the vice versa. Now the point here is, if multiple things have common in them, instead of typing them multiple times in multiple class, we can take a parent class. We have parent-child relationship in Java. That means you can create a parent class and then you can create as many child class as you want. So child class will be having all the features of your parent. Along with that, you might have some extra feature. You can add that. So suppose you have 10 different phone types. So the basic functionality, that is brand name, you can say price or sending SMS, calling, these things at least you don't have to type in every program. But as I told you, every phone must have something which is unique to that. You can add that thing to that. So we will take example right now. We'll take like that phone. Let's take that example only. So suppose that phone is my parent class. Now I will create the child class of that class. So I will go to your advanced package, because in that one we are doing advanced things. I will right click on this. I will create one more class. I will give name Android phone. Okay. Okay, I think I have given it the wrong place. I had to select that class from here. Yes. Class. Next, I will give the name now. Android phone main and finish. Okay. Now, how do this class know that its parent is phone? We have to specify somewhere. Otherwise, that phone class is different and Android phone class is quite different. There is no connection. So what I will do is, I will first of all let me remove unnecessary things. Okay, what I will write is public class, your class name, extends. Extends means we are extending the feature. Extends, then your that class, parent class name, that is phone. Okay. Now, instead of main method, I did not have any other thing, feature, calling, nothing. But as I told you, all the feature of parent will automatically coming into the child. So now this Android phone has already few features. Let me show you. You will be surprised. Just like yesterday I created two objects of phone P1 and P2. This time I will create an object of Android phone. So I will create an object. Suppose I am taking P3. Just taking some name. P3 is equal to new Android phone. Yesterday we talked about this. Okay. Now I will display the brand of P3. You may be thinking that in this class I have not declared the brand, price, nothing like that. I have only main function, but still the brand of this Android phone will be displayed. Let me type that. So system.out.println, and I will type the brand of P3 phone is. What should I type? P3 dot brand. That's all. I will execute this and the brand name will be displayed right away. You can see that the brand of P3 phone is Apple. Although we did not declare this brand in this class, but because you have extended the class phone, those things are already included in this program, which is not displayed of course, but those are part of your program. That's very interesting. Similarly, if you want to call the function of your parent, you can do that. From your child class object, P3 is an object of Android phone. It's not the object of phone, but still it can use those functions also. I will do P3 dot sending SMS. Yes. Okay. Now before we execute this, I would show you one more thing. Along with all the parents features, those are already coming. We are okay with that. But this Android phone may be having some more feature, which was not there in the simple phone. So I can add more features here, like string Android version is equal to some version you can type. Okay, we have declared one feature here, you can say. Along with that one feature, those 4 features, those are already here. So ultimately Android phone has now 4 features: brand name, model name, color, price, and Android version. So now we have one extra feature apart from parent. Similarly, in parent there were 2 functions already, that calling and sending SMS. I would like to add one more function here, so I can do that. I would write public void any function name, suppose install application. I will do that. Install Play Store app, just giving some meaningful name. Okay, and I am writing something, anything, installing, suppose WhatsApp. Okay, so along with the parents feature and parents function, this class has its own feature and one more add, you can say its own function. So I will be executing this. I mean, along with the displaying of brand, I will display the Android version of P3 and I will call its own function as well along with the parent function. Control C. No. P3 dot install application. Okay, and the brand Android version. Android version of P3 phone is P3 dot whatever the variable name was. You have to give as it is. You cannot change anything. Android underscore version, so you have to type that only. Android underscore version. Okay, so let me maximize this so that you can have a feel of this program, what we are doing here. Okay, we had taken one class, public class Android phone, which is extending my parent class, that is phone. Along with the feature of and function of parent, I have added one more feature and one more function. And inside the main function, because definitely execution will start from there, I have declared one variable of Android phone. I have displayed the brand name of that phone, which is coming from my parent. And I am displaying the version, Android version of that phone that is coming from here only. Similarly, I am calling one parent function and I am calling its own function. These four things should be happening now. So let me execute this program for you and you will understand this. Run as Java application. Okay, you can see that. The brand of P3 phone is Apple. The Android version of P3 phone is KitKat. The phone is sending SMS to my friend and installing WhatsApp. So I think these 4 lines should have made your concept clear about the parent-child relationship in Java. So in case you are having any doubt, you can ask me.
We are
Till now what we were doing is, we were declaring the function and we were doing inside that. That is hard coded. What I want is, instead of doing it hard coded, I want to pass something from outside. Let me type that, then you will understand in more better way. So I will create one more function and the function name would be install my app. That means when you will be calling this function, you have to provide your app name. That will be displayed. It is not hard coded. Previously, I simply called that function install Play Store app and it simply displayed installing WhatsApp. That's fine because that function did not take any parameter as input. Similarly, we have taken that phone class. Inside that we have calling function and we have sending SMS function, which are not taking any parameter. But in case if you want to provide, you can do that. I will show you. Let me type this public void install my app. I will give brackets this. Okay, I will, instead of empty bracket, I will pass something, some app name. So what I will do, I will declare the data type, that is string, and I will give app name. Okay, and what will happen inside this function? Installing app, and whatever app will name you will pass, that would be displayed, plus whatever app name you will be passing from there. I am declaring right away. I am not executing. Once I will executing this, I will show you how to pass that thing. So Control C and I will provide here. Okay, so you can see that this function, that is install my app, this is parameterized function. This is not hard coded. That means while executing this, you will provide some string and that string will be displayed here. So we have called this p3.install Play Store app. I will call now p3.install my app. Okay, and I will give some app name, maybe Truecaller. Okay, yes, I'm asking you that please display the message according to this, not display anything hard coded. I am displaying this, so what would it display? It will display installing app space colon space then Truecaller, because you are passing that. If you will pass something else, let me do that for you. Okay, suppose you are installing Temple ROM. So p3.install my app Truecaller. and p3.install myapp temple run. I will execute this program now. Okay, I think 4 lines we have already talked about. You can see the last two. Installing app Truecaller, installing app Temple Run. This has been possible because the function has been parameterized. You have to provide the parameter and accordingly it will behave. It will not do it something hard-coded. So friends, that is all about the child-parent relationship in Java. If you want, you can create one more class which will be extending Android phone. Quite interesting thing. That means Android phone is extending phone, so all the feature of phone is coming into this, and along with the parent feature it has its own feature. Now you are planning to create one more class which will be extending Android phone. That means all the features of Android phone including your parent phone, those will be coming to your third class, and along with those extended features you might have your own feature. You will keep on doing like that. So this will help you. That is, you are declaring 5 different classes and those 5 classes has something in common. Don't type them again and again in every class. Instead of doing that, simply create a parent class and declare those common things in the parent, and the specific things, these can be declared individually in their own classes. So friends, I think that is all about this Java class for today.